What's up, guys? Sean here. I'm back. I'm loving life and I'm loving this bike. 2010 Harley Davidson Ultra Limited. It does have the 103 engine in it. This thing's loaded up. It's got a lot of cool stuff. Check out the other video to really get, you know, all the description and everything like that. This is the test drive video. We're going to test drive it. Heated seats, heated grips. This bike is awesome. A lot of fun. It also has GPS. I think the GPS unit's in the trunk. Let's take it for a spin. Let's see how good this thing runs. I rode this thing last night. I probably might even ride it this weekend. Loving this bike. The Ultra Classic, they kind of phased out. They phased out the Ultra Classic, and now it's just an Ultra and an Ultra Limited. So the Ultra Limited is the bike to get, and this bike is awesome. This is a 2010. It's got some custom paintwork on it. This whole inner fairing was custom painted. The looks for this bike is incredibly good shape. It runs perfect, feels so tight. It's got 44,000 miles, 44,820. It feels so tight. The radio works good, sounds really good. I'm getting into this Harley thing, guys. You know, it's not really my thing, but I've been hopping on these bikes. I love listening to the radio while I drive. This one's got a cool backrest on it. Like I said, the Ultra Limited is the top of the line bike in Harley, except for one bike, and that's the CVO Ultra. And that just has the big 110 engine in it. I was riding this bike this morning, and I turned on the heated grips. It was amazing. I had to turn them down to, they go up to 6. I had to turn them down to 3 because it was hurting my hand. It straight up burned off my fingerprints. No, I'm kidding, it didn't. But it was really nice to know that the heated grips, the heat would go through your leather gloves and still heat your hand, which I didn't know how hot they would get, but they got hot. It was cool. And this heated seat is amazing. If I was ever going to pick a bike to ride during the winter time, you know, I might have to hop on something like this. Now the Harleys do have more vibration than some of the other bikes, but when you're riding, I don't notice it. I don't notice any vibration. You know, all that vibration and power is getting transferred to the drivetrain, and you know, it feels great to me. I love these heated grips. It's like 60, maybe high 50s today. I'm not wearing it's warm enough that I don't have to wear a jacket or nothing. I should be wearing a jacket because I'm riding a bike, but I forgot it. So it's pretty warm, but you know, when you're riding, you know, a little chilly, but you get those heated grips and that heated seat, man, that feels good. Also, this radio has AM, FM, it's got a CD player, it's got the weather band, it's got an auxiliary input in there too. So I was plugging in my iPhone, putting Pandora on there. If I wanted to plug, you know, have a map app that every time I needed to do a turn, it would quiet down the volume and tell me, or quiet down the music and tell me that I needed to make a turn. So you know, with your phone, you have GPS on your bike. I love these heated grips. I'm gonna turn them down to 2. Guys, this is a really nice bike. This bike feels so solid, so tight. I've ridden a bunch of these. I actually just sold a 2012 Ultra Limited with 74,000 miles on it. This bike only has 44. This thing's barely broken in. And these bikes, this is the riding man's bike. Somebody's gonna do some touring and ride, and this is the bike he's gonna do it in. So if you figure this bike's 5 years old, this thing only has 44,000 miles, that guy was only putting like 8,000 miles on the bike a year. That's actually pretty good. And this bike was clearly loved, clearly maintained very well. This is a great bike that if you pick this thing up soon, drive it home. Fly in, drive it home, take a train. I'll pick you up at the train station or the airport. Drive this thing home, have a blast. I sold a bike to a guy in Nebraska like a week ago. He flew in, I picked him up at the airport, he drove it home. That was a Electric Glide Classic. Didn't have heated seats, didn't have heated grips. I'm sure he wished it did, but he loved it. He had it. I talked to him after he finished the trip. He had a great trip, he loved it. Just sold another bike, Victory, to a guy in Indiana. Rode it back, rode 11 hours back. It's a lot of fun to, when you buy a bike with confidence. Look at my eBay score. Everyone says the same thing. Bike was exactly as I thought. I ship bikes all over the country. I just got done shipping a $20,000 2013 CVO Road King to a guy in Alabama. He bought the bike sight unseen, but he felt like he saw it from watching my videos, seeing my eBay score, seeing my reviews online. I have a flawless reputation. And you know, make a trip out of it. You and your spouse, you and your wife fly down, take the train, take a week off, ride this thing home, check out America. This is the way to do it, guys. I am loving this bike. If we didn't have such young kids, we have a little 6-month-old right now, and me and my wife really can't get out by ourselves. But I'd love to take my wife for a ride on this thing. She would have so much fun. This is such great weather too. Finish off the season good. You get to ride during those Indian summer days. And then when springtime comes around, you're all ready. You already have a bike. Man, this bike is fun. Like I said, a 2010 103 cubic inch Ultra Limited. Heated seats, heated grips, 103 inch engine. They didn't put this engine in the Ultra Classic until 2010. They didn't put this engine in the Ultra Classic until 2012. And the radio sounds good. I'd turn it on, but sometimes Google hears me playing a song that I don't own. They do funny stuff to my videos. It shifts so clean. Everything about this bike feels the way it should be, guys. It's got cruise control. It's got the volume control buttons. It's got the comm system, of course. Clutch feels amazing. Great throttle response. Guys, if you've been looking for an Ultra Classic, stop looking for an Ultra Classic. Get an Ultra Limited. It's better. It also has the chrome rims instead of whatever the Ultra Classic has, like wagon wheels, like wooden. The Ultra Classic has wooden wheels made from Amish people. Alright guys, check out the website, Srkcycles.com. Check out the other video, check out the walk around video. I'm gonna nitpick this bike apart. If you're wondering about the bike, you're like, oh, that bike looks too perfect. You know, it's got some, I'm sure I will find a flaw on this bike. It'll be minor, I guarantee you that. It's gonna be minor, but I want you to know about it. But I'll tell you what, this bike is pretty clean though. Guys, I ship bikes all over the country. I'm about to ship a bike to Minnesota. Shipping a bike to Minnesota, and he's telling his friends about my other bike, and I might be shipping 2 bikes to Minnesota. So, alright guys,